everyone. Today on the G3 Boardroom, we are going to be reviewing Sigil. I keep saying Sigil, but is it?
It's
is
Sigil.
that-
It's Sigil. I'm just messing with it.
I thought Sigil had like an A in it or something. I'm like, I don't know. It could be Sigil.
Where would the A go?
Sigal.
No.
Sigil.
No.
Okay. Well, anyways. So this is a two-player game. We don't do very many two-player games here on the channel, but we had Jason who was doing the rules for us.
Rules horse. Rules
governor.
Rules governor.
Yeah. So it's we enjoyed it. It was a very, like I said, very quick game. It's a game that wins and losses sneak up on you.
Real quick word on the components. So it comes with these. They're plastic, but I always call them glass.
Yeah.
Nice plastic pieces. Those
Are they plastic?
I don't know.
Sounds like glass.
They're nice.
They're nice.
And you have different spells out here, and there's 5 each. There are 5 each of small, medium, and large, but you're only using 3. So you've got some replayability there. They get randomized, they get changed around, and so it's not that it's not static. It's not always the same thing. You have some replay there. They also come with these nice metal die.
Oh gosh,
Man,
nice.
super heavy.
They're well crafted. They're very nice. But my only problem is you don't actually get to roll them in this game. They're just really used for counters, but they're really high quality things. It's a pretty game. The board itself is nice. I like the art. I like the Elvish script that's around here. Or it could be the language of Mordor, which I will not utter here. But it's really nice looking. It is a pretty game. The cardboard pieces that are used for the spells are good enough. There are some nice punchies, and it's a good stock. Again, my only thing, the backside of them has a design on it, and it's really so you can randomize them. Again, if you have something that's two-sided, I always prefer to have some additional variety by printing it two-sided and have something else on the back. But in this case, it's there to keep them random, and that's okay. They give you enough to play with. That being said, that's it for. Oh, there's one other component. Each side comes with a lovely little bag that
Very
you
nice.
can pieces
Good quality,
in.
yes.
You pieces in. It's nice quality. It's got this little drawstring on it. I like a game that provides me with its own bag.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
One of the most important things about this game in the rules is they tell you that in the strategy guide section that you might want to hold on to your spells once you get them. Once you have enough, you occupy all the space on a spell, you don't have to use that spell, because when you use that spell, you take your guys off of it and you have to kind of reacquire. But actually, you can't reacquire it because you have your dice on there. So that's how I won the game that I played. I had Fireball filled up, and it's just Fire Blast, and it's just a mid-level spell. But Fire Blast is where I can, when I cast a spell, any one of Bob's stones that was adjacent to one of mine was eliminated.
Smoke.
So I kept that on there and didn't use that spell for a while. I waited until I was strategically placed next to a lot of Bob's.
I kind of did myself in when I did that blink move, because then I put 2 of my stones
Yeah,
to you.
but it sort of highlights, the way you're supposed to play this game. This game is not a game of pummeling your opponents with spells. This game is more a game of being the only player in the game to play one spell. If you can stop your opponent, and if they can stop you from playing spells, then that's where all the maneuvering goes.
I see as like more experienced players with this game, there's going to be a lot of back and forth.
It's a big.
Which we didn't get to that.
It's a big chess match.
Yeah.
If you played this game a lot. Yeah. I wonder if it would be like. I wonder if it would become tic-tac-toe after a while, especially if you're playing with the same people all the time.
I think with the variations in the spells.
And they do move around.
I think with the variations in the spells, I don't think it would degrade to that. I think there's a fair amount of strategy here, but the strategy is really keep your opponent from casting the spells.
and knowing the spells, Bob had a spell over here that him using it kind of actually helped me out, because it put more of his stones next to mine, and then when I did cast,
that's what I meant. Kind of,
one,
the more you know what the spells are and where your opponents are, you can be more mindful of things.
Right. I think that adds to the depth.
Yeah, definitely.
Once you start thinking on those levels of oh my goodness, Fire Blast is out there. I can't let this guy take it. I can't, or I got to keep my distance over here until I can do something about it.
It also lends credence to the it's an easy game to accidentally lose.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I pointed that out early. It's easy to slide into a loss on this. It's like, oh man, what happened? And because of that, I hate to say it like this, but because of that, it's almost anticlimactic at the end. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
more than yes. It's like, oh, So-
Well, and if you think about chess, it's if you have two equally skilled players, really who wins is who doesn't make the first mistake.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's an excellent point because I think there's an amount of that here as well.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's just kind of funny because Jay Cass watched the playthrough, but Jay does the fire blast thing, and it's like, well, you win.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I had thought that was going to make me win, but I didn't want to be like, and watch this, and then have it be, no, you didn't win.
No.
Yeah, that happened on one of our earlier playthroughs. It was like, oh no, that was wrong because you didn't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's an interesting game. It's definitely it's strategy based. It's 2-player. It's short. It's easy. You can, like we said, we can accidentally win. You can accidentally lose. I do think having additional knowledge about the game, about what the spells do, definitely helps players. As new players, you're going to get accidentally smoked by something like Fire Blast or something like Bewitch or something you just didn't see coming.
Yeah. There's even that Carnage up there on top.
Carnage I wanted to see go off.
What was that one? What did
Make
that
4
do?
moves, hard moves.
Yeah, 4 hard moves. So it costs you a fair amount, but then if the board is set up right, you make those hard moves, which means you have to place your piece on somebody else's piece, and you're going to move them. If there's nowhere for them to go, you can break 4 pieces real quick. Bop, 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 bop.
Yeah.
You can wipe out an area.
So there's whole different types of strategies you can play.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Barely scratch the surface of it.
There's an amount of depth here that I think is very interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, the playthrough shows how the game is played, but not how to play the game.
I mentioned something in the unboxing of this game. I said, just because there are a few pieces doesn't mean that it can't.
It's not a deep game.
Right. It's a deep game.
Well, look at chess.
Yeah.
It's simple. And this one, I think that as far as, I don't play a lot of 2-player games, but it seems like as far as 2-player games go that are designed for 2 players, this one is very, very good. It does have a lot of strategy involved. I've seen a lot of 2-player games that are super simple. This one's a little bit more complex, but I think that's good. I like that.
Yeah, and I had the question about the loop during the playthrough, and I guess chess really does have a similar mechanic or a rule that if you repeat the same move like 8 times, it's a draw.
Oh, okay.
So potentially, if you think, but in the rule book it says, you call it out and that person loses to some degree.
Yeah, that is kind of weird about this game.
Yeah.
Red always starts, and blue always wins if they get stuck in a loop.
Right. But again, the caveat there is you point it out. You're required to point it out if you see it. Then if you do it again, blue wins. I think it was blue wins, right? Blue wins.
Does it have to be
And so
consecutive,
it's just one of those things. It's like, don't do it. You're told not to do it. You did it. You lose.
That's right. Does it have to be consecutive?
Yeah,
Can
because
someone
can
just play elsewhere, then
say,
go back
I want
to
that back, but I have to wait to my next turn to do it.
I guess it's a little bit of a judgment call there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's...
Because it's like, once he takes that, I can never take it back.
Well,
I'm sure that there's
take it
probably
from a different spot.
there's probably wording in the rules that if it doesn't say explicitly, it's like implied based on something that is said somewhere else. Because I've seen some games that are like that.
It says, in rare cases, a board state of Sigil will enter a loop such that the same exact placement of stones repeats itself after some number of turns. If either player notices the game has entered a loop, they must inform their opponent from that point onward. If the exact same game state repeats again, blue player automatically wins.
That's tougher to catch. That means every piece is in the same spot as it was before.
The game state. Is it the whole game or just the section?
Right.
Well,
It's the whole game.
It's the whole game.
But again, you're probably only focusing on the one section. I don't think it's as strict as you think.
It doesn't allow you to do that back and forth.
It's not like, hey man, your piece has been here exactly the same way. That's a loop. And,
No, it means
you didn't do anything about
every
it.
piece has been in
Right.
the same spot.
Yeah. So, but you'd enter that loop because you're fighting over meteor,
and that's the same rule in chess too. So you're not just going back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah. But anyway, long story short, 2-player head-to-head game. I think there's a depth of strategy here that you simply can't cover in one playthrough. But I'm seeing it, and it's very interesting to me. And with all due respect to both of you, I think I would tear you guys up in this game.
I'm looking forward to playing it again just because of that.
I think that this game could easily be made into a 3-player game.
I think we should bend the laws of nature and do exactly that.
I think we get a stack of pennies and then we've got three going.
I've got a whole bunch of these from Red Dragon Inn.
Oh yeah.
And they're white, so.
Oh, okay.
Or they're clear colored. Yeah.
We just have to adjust the.
I get a piece of paper with 3 spokes on it.
There might be some tweaking involved, but yeah, I mean, things would come to a head a lot faster.
Yeah. Well, interesting game, fun game, worth looking up if you've got 2 people that like strategy games that are relatively short. Again, this plays in 20 minutes or less. It really should say on a box. Box says 20 minutes, but it plays in 20 minutes or less, especially if you don't see it coming.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've been playing, your 10th time playing this game. I think these games are going to get longer.
I was going to say I could see easily going twice as long if you're both experienced players.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Well, it does say on the bottom of the box that it's the preferred game of archmages.
No.
See? You said blood mages.
Well, no, I said it should say because you got to hurt yourself to do this stuff.
Yes. So my point was, if you're an archmage, or I guess a blood mage, let us know down in the comments.
Yeah. We take all kinds. Happy to have you.
And we'll give you a shout out in our next video that we're playing this game for the blood mage so-and-so.
Yeah. And like I said, if you got 2 people, definitely lift this one up. It's fun, it's fast, and there's a lot of depth here. I like it.
Yeah. We'll see you next time.